Hello, I'm Deborah Sword. We often use the expression, it depends, as the answer to many questions about conflict. How we react, what we decide, who we choose, whether we engage in conflict or not. There's a context, various situations, the people we're in relationship with, and it all comes together and we then choose how we're going to respond to either a conflict or a potential disagreement or discomfort. So I recently had a listener ask a question, and she said that she responds to conflict the same way all the time. She is uncomfortable with conflict. She avoids it. That is her default. And she's asked the very simple question, is this wrong? In conflict, not a lot of questions have right or wrong answers because it depends. But she was the same in every conflict, no matter who it was with, what the topic was, or the situation. So in every context, she was uncomfortable. She avoided conflict, whether it was personal or professional. She remained calm, didn't answer back, didn't defend herself, didn't argue for any particular position. In fact, didn't even give her opinion. So it's an interesting question because avoiding has worked well for her over time. She's non controversial by nature, doesn't take strong positions or lecture or tell others what they should do or that they're wrong. She doesn't put herself in positions where she's expected to speak if she isn't comfortable. So having only one conflict strategy really isn't a problem for her. And I told her that. It isn't wrong. It isn't deficient to continually use the same only one response to conflict. She's fine. Her job is secure. Her family life is peaceful. She's blessed to have serenity in life. However, the better question is, if I consistently use one of many possible responses available to me, what am I not learning about the other person or this situation or myself? Because, like it or not, conflict is a great teacher about the world and our place in it. What might happen if this person is unexpectedly in a situation that's novel, where she is tense and uncomfortable and doesn't know what to do and doesn't have the option to avoid? I suspect she'd be caught unprepared. And that's the point of the Conflict Owner's Manual. Being conflict competent, even if it's held in reserve for that novel and tense situation, it is a life skill. How might someone who's conflict avoidant show up if an uncomfortable situation presents? Would she curl up inside herself and go silent, or run away, or shout, "Leave me alone," while backing into a corner? Any of those would achieve her goal of avoiding conflict, but how much more satisfying might our relationships be if we all felt safe to express our opinion and stand up for ourselves and know that it could deepen our relationships and the relationship would be sustainable over time, despite our not putting ourselves forward, but because of it, because people would get to know all of us in all of the situations. So, testing your conflict competence with multiple conflict responses is preparedness for the time, however rare, that our usual preference doesn't get the outcome we want. Testing our conflict competence with multiple conflict responses is a teacher for the time, however rare, that we want to know all that we're capable of doing. For the relationship, the quality of the relationship, to enhance it for the time, however rare, when someone wants to know what we really think instead of our reluctance to give an authentic opinion. Conflict isn't either or. Conflict tends to present itself as a binary force choice, do this or that. However, we have more options. We can manage ourselves with conflict competence. We can choose the strategy for the context, for the person, and for the situation. And if we are prepared with the full range of conflict competencies, we can enhance the quality of our relationships. Thank you for listening. I hope you will find ways to have your interests satisfied by having conflict competency so that when you want to defend a position, you do it with skill and your relationships are enhanced. Please subscribe to our podcast, like it, share it, ask questions, leave comments. We love to hear from you. Thank you.